The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Indiana Pacers. Taking a look at the Pacers, playing above 500 in the last few weeks. Not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. And as we come up to the midway point of the season, Kenny, we're seeing some of the veterans who started slower now picking up the pace.
Well, I think early on, a lot of times, if you've been in the playoff for some veterans, the early going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel, they don't pace themselves anymore. And you want to make sure that you're in playoff position to make something special happen at the end of the year.
Excellent use of the word mundane, by the way. How about you, Shaq?
Well, Monday, experience told me when you need to go hard and when you need to pull back. You know, the best veterans will be there when it matters the most.
That's mundane, not
okay.
not
I thought he said
Monday.
Monday.
Like mundane Tuesday, Wednesday,
Okay.
Thursday.
Got it, my bad.
Two different things.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We're in a place they call the American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. Right on the water, the home of the Heat, where we're broadcasting live today. For the Miami Heat, they are coming off a good outing against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. A three-point win in that one. Always nice to come out on top in a close game.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Thompson in a two-guard. He's out there with Jordan Clarkson. Paul George is out there with Okafor. And it's Morrison in at the four slot. Miami on defense. It's a three-point game. Pick by Okafor. Clarkson kicks to Thompson. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Thompson's got his first bucket of the night. Here is Outlaw. He's covered by Clarkson. Outside Williams. There's the pick. The dish now to Monroe. Feeds to Powell. Just three to shoot. Offline with his three. The Pacers off to a quick start here. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
Now Outlaw. Following the three-point attempt by Freak. Outlaw with it. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
Now here is George. Clarkson passes to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing. Not a fast start here for the Heat. The Pacers beat them last time when these two teams met in Indiana.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotaged them. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around. Smooth, guys. Very good job there of getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
And, you know, those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes as much as any single play in a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can't allow, if you're the opponent, to have that guy continue to beat you in that manner on the backcourt.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And stolen by Williams. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Now, here's George. 9 points last game. Shot from 12, and he hits the jump shot. 5 points in the game. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. The Heat have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Here's Outlaw, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
The Heat shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's George. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here is Outlaw. Screen by Monroe. Williams with a clean look. Connects from three-point range. Williams has got 5 points so far. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here is Outlaw, following the basket by Freak. Williams attacking, and he dunks it down.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
Picked by Okafor. Here's George. Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now Outlaw. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Monroe, no good. Clarkson dishes to George. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
An 85% shooter there, and they've been able to count on him hitting his...
Here's Clarkson. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. On the court right now for the Pacers. Thompson, he's in at shooting guard. He's out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Morrison in at the small forward. Here's Williams. It's good. This game is all even. Williams has got 9.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Trailblazers was simply terrific. He finished with 15 points and did his work from a pair of lines, hitting from both beyond the arc and from the charity stripe. This was a big win for him and his team as they snap a losing streak with that win, guys.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine, no doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building, just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Okafor gets the bucket.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Outlaw kicks to Monroe. Winslow, the pass to Williams. Cannot hit. And Indiana will come the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Picked by Okafor. The baseline jumper goes down. Okafor's got 6.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Pass to Zeller. Dishes it to Monroe. No good. Excellent D there from Okafor. Now, here's Clarkson. Covered by Outlaw. Okafor outflews off the pick and hammers it home.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Back to Monroe. 5 on the clock. Winslow wide open. He fires 18 feet away and he knocks it down. Winslow's got his first points in this one. Clarkson up top, covered by Outlaw from 11 feet away. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Miami trail. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points. And that's foul number 2.
And the first half.
Thank you, Kevin.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
And what a game for Williams. 13 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Heat, Winslow is out there with Powell. Then it's Williams. Then it's Greg Monroe. And it's Outlaw in at the 1 spot. Down low, the kick out to Williams. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Now here's Thompson. D right on him. Indiana moving it around. Okafor dishes to Thompson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. This is his first free throw of the game. No good on that one. And he ends up missing both free throws. The Heat trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They gotta find something, you're right. A little over a minute gone here in the second half.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
And here's Clarkson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And the shot is good. And the Pacers lead by 4.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
It's tipped. Outside, George. The 11-footer. Craig Monroe with the rebound. Monroe's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Williams kicks to Outlaw. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Screen by Monroe. Clock at 6. Outlaw with it. 6 points for him. Morrison pulls it in.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. It's Williams with the drive, and is out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Zeller. Indiana leading by 5. And Thompson kicks to Turner. Passes it to Holmes. Now the feed to Thompson. No luck. And Miami the other way now. Williams in the post. Working on Thompson. Shots good by Williams. 16 seconds left in the third. George passes to Thompson. Back to George. There's a good screen. Kicks it to Thompson. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Pacers lead by 3. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Pacers shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. And so in the game for the Pacers. Thompson in at point guard. He's out there with Paul George. Turner is out there with Brewer. And it's Holmes in at the power forward.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
Simmons dishes to Miles. Zeller with it, picked up by Turner. From deep, Williams. Here's Powell, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Indiana. Here is Outlaw. Williams a screen. Outlaw kicks to Monroe. Fade away. No luck. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Now, here's Clarkson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Pacers making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. Now Outlaw. Outside Williams. They set the screen. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
A lot of times when they needed some easy points in this game, they've been able to get to the foul line and get them.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
And Indiana making a change here. Morrison's checked in.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
Outside for George. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, a bit over eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
And he kicks the bucket.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Clarkson kicks to Morrison. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Pacers lead by 2.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
Timeout.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. They've been getting torched with all these shots from long range, and he simply said, we can't lose track of their shooters, guys. We're overhelping inside, and it's leaving them wide open. Can they make the adjustment, guys?
That's good from Williams. And Williams drops them both.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Here's Morrison. Miami grabs the miss.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Screen by Monroe. Outlaw the pass to Powell. Here's Monroe. And Okafor with the block. But they recover it. To take the lead. And the layup good by Winslow. Winslow's got the lead up to 2 now for the Heat.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Miami.
Guys, how about all the second chance points they've been able to convert throughout the game?
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Outlaw kicks to Monroe. And Williams, here we go. Here's Powell. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. And the Heat lead by 3.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Pacers trail by 3.
You got it.
And George kicks to Clarkson. Here's Thompson. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
It's more than a bad idea. It's real trouble. I mean, he'll make that 10 out of 10 times.
Screen by Monroe. Outlaw kicks to Williams. And it's Miami with another. And so it's Indiana with it. Outside, George. Okafor with a screen on Monroe. It's Thompson off the drive. Misses in close.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Williams kicks to Outlaw. Williams dishes to Monroe. Rebounded by Clarkson. Pacers trail by 3. Thompson outside from downtown. That's good. Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter.
I want you to focus on getting to the rim. Let's look to attack quickly. We need high percentage shots. Move the ball around and make the defense rotate.
Luol Deng is checked in. 1:32 left in the fourth. Outside, George trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. West with the steal. And now running up the court. West pushing it up. Here's Winslow. No good. And Indiana will come the other way. George up top. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. George has got 9 points here in the second half.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
.105 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Williams. Good. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
You know, shooting as well as he has from the floor in the game this tight, guys, you've got to think he's going to be a factor near the end.
They set the pick. Pass to Okafor. A baseline J. Miami grabs the miss.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Now, here's Clarkson. Covered by Outlaw. Stolen away. In transition, here comes Miami. Winslow, the pass to Outlaw. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Williams for 3. No good.
Spread the floor and let's get to the rim. Attack immediately. We're going to extend this game by fouling. Plenty of time, fellas. We need to rush.
The 3 from George. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. What?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, thank you, and now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
He was.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying,
Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bill, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being like